So in the last video, Dave went through a real-world case study of where an actual enterprise made use of semantic technology to great benefit. And in this discussion, we'd like to talk about how do you know when to make that leap and start a semantic project. This isn't here to discuss how to do the actual implementation. This is just how to make the decision. How do I know when is the right time to go ahead and leap into semantic technology? It's new. You probably don't have talent that understands it and knows how to use it. You probably don't have technology in-house. All of these decisions have to be made in order to go ahead and start one of these projects. The good news is there's a lot of open source technology available out there for you. You can really, with a low investment, start learning this technology. And if you choose a project that isn't necessarily core to your business, you can really mitigate the risk of starting something new like this. It should be a value-add project. I highly suggest that you choose something that will provide value to your enterprise, but not necessarily something that you want to bet the farm on, so to speak. You're also going to have to make decisions on being schedule tolerant. You need to understand that when you adopt a new technology like this, you're probably going to experience some schedule slip. Software often experiences schedule slip, but introducing something fundamentally different like this can kind of exacerbate that problem. It's sort of like when we made the leap from procedural programming to object-oriented. There were a lot of developers that really struggled to make that adaptation. Similarly, I would expect there will be some struggle going from relational technologies, or even NoSQL technologies, to this newer semantic structure, or even lack of structure, if you will, that really fundamentally changes the way you need to think about problems and address them. Along that line, you're going to need to discuss internally how to staff such a project. You can certainly hire outside consultancies. You can look to send your internal people to training. You can try to pick relatively smart people and have them try to learn it on their own. You can grab an expert and try and do a full-time hire or hire contractors. So it's really kind of a make versus buy decision, if you will, on what you're going to do with your people, internal, external, or some mix therein. And then on the technology front, as I mentioned, there's open source options available. There's a lot of great vendors out there that will give you the option to start with a development version of their software and really get going with triple stores and ontologies and OWL and Sparkle and all the great technologies that Dave discussed in one of those previous videos. You'll be able to immediately make the leap and start getting these systems up with modest hardware requirements in the beginning before you can really take the time to ascertain how much hardware, how much technology am I really going to need behind this system. So thank you very much for taking the time to view these videos. Hopefully you've learned a thing or two about semantics and the who, what, where, when, why, and how of getting into this new and exciting technology that I think has a lot of promise. Certainly there's some complexity and some growing to do, but I really think that there's an awful lot of untapped ability out there and untapped power in semantics that we're very excited to see moving forward in not just storage of data, but also analytics and flexible structures and federation and all the great stuff that we talked about. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a shout on email or check out our website, and we look forward to making contact. Thank you.